Okay, this is going to be a tutorial on how to do kind of like a montage in Photoshop that you could use for like a Halloween card or something like that. Kind of fun Photoshop stuff. And I'm going to use it as part of my Surrealist photo montage assignment where we use Photoshop to really create Photoshopped, quote-unquote Photoshopped images. So here you go. You can see here, this is something I did for Halloween. This was a sample, and right, the giant baby attacks, right, and there's me, and it says Happy Halloween, Sheridan College, 2009, right? And so to do this, I had to basically montage together two different photographs, and then I had to clean up my selections and make sure that it was kind of seamless and, you know, it looked decent. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So what we did was we did a green screen, which was actually just a green tarp hanging, which we lit. And of course, you know, it would be better to do a more advanced type of green screen, but that's not what I had at the time. So now I'm going to try to separate out the characters, the people, and then put them into the scene with the giant killer baby and stand them, see if I can fit them all in this block, right? And I'm going to show you how you would go about doing something like this. So first of all, I've got this group, and luckily I've got this, they're standing in front of this green cloth, so it'll be hopefully easy to remove the green cloth. So to do it, I'm going to get my magic wand tool, which is right here. There's two tools here, the quick selection tool and the magic wand tool. I'm going to try the magic wand tool first. I've got a tolerance set at 22, anti-alias is on, and what I'm going to do is contiguous is off. So this will, hopefully I'll pick up any green. Luckily none of these people are wearing green. So I'm just going to click on this green tarp, and you'll see that it selects a number of the green pixels that it finds, and then I'm going to hold down the shift key to add more selections with this magic wand, and then I'll click over here and get those greens, and then I'm going to start seeing, well, what happens if I click on this green right here. You'll see that so far, you know, I'm still got a pretty good selection here. It's picked up everything but the people, and that's kind of what I wanted. So I'm also going to try to select, let's see, maybe in here, see what happens if I go in here, and now I've picked up some selections in the body here which are going to cause problems. So I'm going to undo that, Control Z, and instead go back to here. Let's zoom in and take a look at our selection and see if we can refine our selection. Okay, so we've got a selection here, and I don't see the body parts in there, so that's good, right? Okay, that looks pretty good. Well, now I can try to start adding more to my selection. So so far so good, not perfect, but you know, I'm gonna try to add some of these other parts in there. So what I'll do is I'm going to zoom out again, and I will get my marquee tool this time. I've still got my selection, notice, right? And if I hold down the shift key, it's a plus, and I'll just draw a box here, and that'll add this piece, these pieces to the selection. So now that's part of the selection, right? And then with the marquee tool again, hold down the shift key so you see the little plus, and click and drag, and then let go of the mouse button, and that'll add that piece, right? And down here at the bottom, hold down the shift key, so now I've got a plus sign, so it's going to add to my selection. Click, hold down the mouse key, drag, and add to the selection. Alright, that's working out okay. I can do that again here and here. And once again, I can try to add more pieces to the selection. I can hold down the get my magic wand tool back again, and I can hold down the shift key and see what happens if I click in there, and hey, that was pretty good. Look, the bodies do not have any selection inside of them except for right here. Let me take a look at that. Zoom in with the zoom tool, and yeah, it's actually the green back there. That's pretty darn good. You know, I didn't want anything else but that. So now what I can do is I can still keep adding some more. I can still add more parts. I can get that marquee tool, hold down the shift key, and get this piece included in the selection. I can get the, let's see here, I could get this Lasso Selection tool. And well, first I'll get the zoom tool. I'll zoom in down here, and I could just roughly add some more pieces. I'll get my lasso, and I can get even the magnetic lasso right here, and hold down the shift key and click, 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 click around this shoe, and click and click and drag and click and drag and go right around the shoe, and then click, 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 go up to here, click, and try to get this piece, click, 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 drag, click. I'm going to go all the way around and go back to where I started, and now that piece is added to the selection. So now I've added that piece to the selection. It's pretty good. I can get the regular lasso tool, hold down the shift key, and drag a quick circle around these pixels to add them to my selection, right? And I can do that for these different areas, which I'm going to do. Here we go. Hold down the shift key. Oops, don't want to do that. Control Z, undo, and edit, step backwards. Moved my selection, so I had to do a quick Control Z to undo, and a edit, step backwards to step backwards. Let's get this lasso again. Hold down the shift key and draw a circle around the area that I want to add to my selection, and Control minus on the keyboard to zoom out, and things are looking pretty good. Now eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this background layer. You see it's locked. I'll double click there and click OK to unlock the background layer, and then all I do is press delete, and it's going to delete everything from my selections and leave me just with the characters in the in the selection. And I'm going to then go back in here and I'll clean up the rest. And that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I can, with my selection active, it's very easy to see the places that did not get selected. So this is something that I'm going to use to get the rest of this. I'll continue this in another video.